All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. I'm Amy J.
And I'm Kitty Foss, and we've been wrestling a little bit with Mercury retrograde tonight. So,
Yeah, I know that's crazy. And anyways, we are the co-founders. We co-founded Intuition of the Soul. And so tonight I'm going to talk about to some of maybe the new people out there that will see this video, and for you that, and I don't mean new chronologically, but I mean just some of the new people that are coming on and some of the people that have been with us from the beginning and stuff as well. But but we really we appreciate all the participation, all the love, the energy that you guys give us week after week, and we try to do things to get you involved and that are going to be beneficial to you. And we really, our goal was, one of the big things that we wanted to do was to create spaces where you could come in and learn about different things about spirituality, practices, and just all kinds of things. We have the speakers on. That was a big part of our plan. But we have other plans too. And sometimes we just wait for the perfect timing. And it feels like right now, for both Kitty and I, that this is the right timing to go and do this next thing that's always been part of our plan for Intuition of the Soul. And it involves you because you are why we're here. But we not only have created this space for people to come and to work with these other practitioners and to see them and this kind of thing, but we always knew we wanted to do some type of presentation. So we are going to be announcing a class because we always knew that we wanted to take some of our members that are just awakening to spirit and to their gifts and to their practices. And we wanted to offer a class. So we have Navigate Awakening Spirit 101, Boosting Your Brilliance. Thank goodness that was in the line there. I'm just a little humor there. But we always knew that we wanted to take people and give them the things that Kitty and I have learned. And we've had mentors and so many great people on that have taught us things. And we also learned by trial and error, or we were lucky enough to have each other to kind of bounce things off and to figure things out. But not everybody has that. And, with spirituality and with this metaphysical thing, it's like sometimes you find your tribe and you can talk to them. Sometimes you don't quite have that tribe in place. So you don't have a place to go and ask particular questions and get some advice. So this is Spirit 101 for those people that are just coming into that awakening. And if that is not you, you may know someone that you've been talking to that's been asking you a lot of questions that are kind of, getting, starting to wake up to that. There's going to be a lot of us, a lot of people right now with all the changes that are going on in the world. This is why we thought this is the time to do this. And we want to be able to help navigate your awakening, give you those things. Just, and I'm going to have Kitty speak to this in just a minute here, but just give you those tools and those things that you need to make your journey a little smoother. And then the other thing is a place to go to ask your questions and have really good discussions about other people that are doing the same things, that are experiencing the same things, and how are they doing and what are they doing it. So we are so excited to bring this to you because the timing feels right, and this has always been a plan on our, I don't know, business plan or whatever you want to call it for IOTS, that we've always had it there. And it's come to us and to our awareness that it's time to do it. So I'm going to stop rambling, hand it off to Kitty, and let her tell you more about this class that we're so excited to bring to you.
We really are. This has been a discussion day one. We need a Spirit 101 as we navigated these waters of how you protect yourself, how you deal with people in your life that think you've kind of lost a few screws, how you deal with people that are more traditional in their spiritual beliefs, how you navigate all different kinds of people who seem to be telling you different things and become part of a tribe. Because often, especially when I first started going to things, I felt like everybody knew stuff I didn't know. And as we started Intuition of the Soul as being a place for sacred space for people to meet that was safe to explore, that was always the secondary piece for us, was that then as more and more people are awakening, a place to go and learn some basics, basics of protection, basics about spirit guides, basics about meditations, basics about tools, so that one stop place to get some information. You get what you like and you take the rest. Now, many people are watching this are probably like, oh, I'm farther along in my journey, and that's great. But we're asking you to look at those people who've been secretly talking to you about stuff or want to ask questions. Or if you happen to be one of those people feeling like, yeah, I think there's a bigger picture, a bigger landscape that I just don't know about. And so that's why it's literally a Spirit 101. Navigate your awakening. I know I'm awakening. I know I'm being called to something bigger. One of the things that we know is that we learn together better in pairs and when it's safe. And so the design of this course is some basic classes and then a secondary piece after we meet them with time in between to get together and talk about what things we tried, what didn't try, a place to kind of launch, to boost. That's where we came with boosting your brilliance. Things you already knew intuitively and you're learning to trust. How do you learn to trust this? How do you know when this is ego? Some basic practices that a lot of us who've been doing this for a while understand. And a chance to sit there with other people and say, this happened to you? Do you have somebody in your life who's sabotaging? Am I sabotaging? Nutrition, food, all of these things that you get pieces of. And this is like we're helping you pull the puzzle pieces together to start to look at where you want to go with your path. To save you some time, but also to have you understand that there are some basic ethics, basic understandings, no matter what path you're being called to that has this spiritual piece. So we've been talking about this for a long time. We've been gathering information. We've dealt with personally things that have not gone right or things we've noticed about other people that we go, oh, there's a Spirit 101 topic.
You've been taking notes on you. No.
So almost in a 2-year period, the things we've heard over and over, the same sentences that people will lead off with, well, I don't quite know if this is right. Well, this is to help you say, you know what? It's not about being right. This is what I'm getting. So kind of to draw the parameters for you.
Yeah, because like you said that it saved time. You can Google and find any kind of information out there. And then, and just keep Googling and getting more searches and all this kind of stuff. But the piece that we're offering is the conversation about it. When you're Googling and you listen to someone and you get that information, you're not able to interact with them and have that conversation and get your questions answered and feel like you're not the only one that has this happening.
Right. There's some definitely best practices when it comes to protection. Definitely some best basic tools that you can use. It doesn't matter if you like cards or crystals, different ways you deal with them. There are just lines we can help you draw that make it more organized. Wow. And so we're ready now to launch it. We're very, very excited about it. This is a completely affordable kind of class that we're looking for. Mm-hmm. Amy, do you want to tell them a little bit about the structure that we came up with?
As far as the classes going?
Well, we know it's going to be at least 6 meetings.
Yeah, 6 meetings.
There are going to be 3 6-hour 90-minute classes where we go over information. There'll be time in between for you to practice, and then a session where we sit down together and talk about it before we. It's not a lot of information that go home. It's let's get some information, go home and try it. Get some information, go home and try it. And so it's going to cover a 6th with a bonus 7th week to get together. And it's a very affordable cost. We're gonna, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, you said something earlier that really kind of, that I want to give or elaborate on. I guess I couldn't think of the word there. But you said how we learn in pairs, or we learn like that. So we are thinking that, we're going to offer a buy one, get one free. Because wouldn't that be great to come with a friend? Because then not only are you going to have these other people to discuss with, you might have someone you'll be able to discuss some of these things with too. Now, you might not have a friend, and that's understandable. And if we have a couple odd people, well, we'll put you together and you'll still get that buy one, you'll each pay half or whatever. And because we want you to be here and we want to keep it affordable, like Kitty said. And we just want to, sorry, someone was tickling my back. Okay, I've had a weird day today, so sorry. But anyway, so we want to make sure that as many people that need this class can come to it. And
I think it's really important for people to understand that if you have two friends that are curious, we're not telling you this is what you have to do, but here's some information that may make it a little bit more understandable, or a way to deal with other people who think you've lost your mind, or because we've all been through that there. And this is the age of Aquarius. This is about the humanitarian. This is about the collective. So this is one reason why we want it to be a collective. Come with a friend, buy one, get one free.
And we want to start it February 15th. So we'll be promoting it. That gives you time, that gives you time maybe to talk with another person and say, hey, do you want to go to? And again, for those of you out there that might not really need this class, think about, are there people that are kind of in that stage? They might be starting to ask you a lot of questions. I know I have a friend that I'm going to talk to about, because she asked me a lot of questions, and it's a more slower process of just, wanting to, to get in there, but just not sure. So that's perfect for this too. That it's going to be at a pace that works for you, but, being able to talk it out and have people to talk it out with is going to be the best. And we're trying to keep it affordable. That's why we're saying, buy one, get one free, bring some along with you.
And so it starts February 15th. The cost is $99.
Yeah.
Or so basically you bring a friend, it's less than $50. It's 6 weeks long. And please, if you're listening to this and you say, well, this isn't me, think about somebody else who you say, boy, they could, use it, because they're always feeling like they don't get it. Or this is it's a really basic approach to looking at some of the tools that are out there, some of the ethics that are out there, some of the ways that we can learn to work together.
And the time, get it all, like Kitty said, it's kind of like it all will be right there for you. Save you time on the Google search and be able to ask those questions, which I think is really great. So,
So we'll be putting out a flyer. Of course, you can always ask us at intuitionofthesoul11 at gmail.com. And, message us here. A lot of you have us on your personal pages. We're absolutely happy to talk to anybody. That's why if they could bring a friend, maybe they wouldn't be so scared about coming. And so again, it's $99 for two people. So it's basically less than $50 each. And it'll be 6 weeks long with the 7th week bonus. And we really, really encourage you to talk to friends and say, hey, this is, a lot of you know us. We're not here. We're very authentic people. We just want to help people find this sacred soul circle place and have an opportunity to discuss it and not always think that there's experts out there, because all of you out there understand none of us are quite experts on anything.
No. And
So-
but again, I can't stress this enough, Kitty, with how valuable it's been with that trial and error and going through things, to have someone like you know, to be able to go through and dissect some of those things and to make sense of some of those things. And not everybody has that, which we understand. And that's why we want to offer, a place for that too, because, some of us, like, I mean, I don't have anybody in my family. I guess I can just say that I could talk to about it, because they would, well, we won't go into that. But anyway,
And that's,
so
that's many
nice.
of you, right? Many of you out there and one of the classes we're going to talk about is, how do I talk about my spirituality without getting into arguments about it? Where are my boundaries? How do we work on that? Again, many of you out there are much farther along, but this is for, hey, I got a friend who's been asking me a lot of questions. This might be something they want to do. Bring another friend along. So again, it's $99 for basically for two people. Buy one, get one free. And we're hoping we're going to start on February 15th.
Yeah.
And we'll be sending a syllabus out with it, and the poster will go out with it. But navigate your awakening, navigate it, boost that brilliance that you know things. Here's a way that we can help you practice them. And if you're a member of IOTS, as you know, we have many people who have helped us boost our brilliance. If you haven't ever caught all of the programs,
some of them are on right now.
Yeah, actually, one just jumped on right now.
I was going to say, hello, Joanne.
Hello, Joanne. Look at our playlist on Intuition of the Soul on YouTube, and you'll see all kinds of people. That's what IOTS is about. A platform. People can introduce their classes. They can meet each other. They can. Tomorrow night, we start our member spotlight, where we introduce a member. And so many of you out there, we're going to be contacting to say, hey, would you like to be spotlighted?
Yeah.
And we have a couple.
That's a great thing too, because we're trying to build that community and build that support of,
There's Stephanie. She's been watching. Ha ha.
Stephanie too.
And, we've made some amazing friends. Amy has her courses. Stephanie just dumped out. We have our own Optimize that has come out of a chance to meet. And so this is a great opportunity. If you've been hesitating, you've been closet watching things, come on board. It's not a public, it's a private class where you'll get to know each other very well. And, it's really for people who are new to their spirituality and with some, So if you are out there and you've been doing this a while, but you got that friend, go to that friend and say, hey,
it's a great thing. Bring a friend along. There's lots of things we're going to cover that, again, that we've just learned by trial and error. And it's going to be nice, though. We're going to be talking about things and ethics and all kinds of stuff. So I pulled some cards for us, Kitty. Do you want me to see what they are?
Sure. But first I'm going to say, and also watching out there, make sure our book club is meeting next month. You Do You by Daphne. It's a great book. You can get it on Amazon. I'll repost
Kindle.
it. So
it's available on Kindle.
And I'm talking to our author we did last month tomorrow, and we're going to set up a time where people can come and ask their questions. And we have other authors on here that we're going to be featuring. We're going to try to feature people who are part of IOTS who've written books. So, we're a sisterhood here. And if you're new to the sisterhood, come join us in this class.
And we have some brothers out there. Don't
a couple brothers too.
Out there.
Yes.
But but that's what it is. We're always trying to think of ways. And when Kitty and I plan to engage you, to bring you good information, to create that community. So all the things that we do are very purposeful and very intentional, because we want to build that community and we want some people to enjoy coming here. And we try to keep things affordable and we keep things free. I mean, to join, It's free. So bring a friend too, because Kitty says we're stuck and we always get stuck on that 99 number.
Yeah, we're at 5. We
And
got
so
stuck at
bring a friend. So
we were at $3.99 for a whole week. We were at $4.99 for a whole week, and we've been sitting at $5.99 for a whole week. So
we just don't like to go to that next. Ooh.
Well, I guess what we knew is we know that we need. It's just time for that next leap, and it's a more ceremonial leap. So, but between the two groups, there's over 700 people. And so, and by the way, if you haven't liked us on YouTube, we're way behind in subscriptions on YouTube compared to our so please like us and subscribe. And you have the playlist 5 of the weeks there.
That's a great place to go to get the playlist too, because then you're not searching and scrolling through the feed and that kind of stuff. You can go, if you happen to miss one, you can go right to YouTube and look at the playlist. Or, if you're new, haven't been here as long, go to the playlist. There's some amazing people that we've had that, if you just joined in the last little while or even the last year, you might have missed some of the first ones. So definitely go through and check that out. And that's the easiest and best way to do it, is at the YouTube playlist.
All right. So what did Spirit give us for a card?
Okay. Well, actually, they gave us trees.
Okay.
And the first one is 48, idyllic times, the garden and paradise. Can you see that?
Yes.
It's got an owl in there. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
And it feels like this is the time. This is the time, to bring us together. And I love this. What else is on this card? In paradise. In idyllic times, the garden. So I like this because I guess I just go right to the word times. Like, this is the time. This is the time for us. We've been led to, bring some of those others, to bring you up to speed, or to share that knowledge and to help you navigate your awakening. And then number 20, innovation, new creations. Oop. All right.
Very nice. The energy lights up on the top. So
I love that. It's 20, which is my number because that's my birthday. And I see 20 all the time, like 1, 22, 24, 20, any of that kind of stuff. So this is it. This I think is exactly new creations. And that's what Kitty and I are trying to do here. We're always trying to bring innovation and new creations to intuition of the soul, and always expanding and, trying to make a great place and a great space for all of us. And the last one was deep emotions, unknown feelings, and past life influences, number 15. So we can help you navigate this. There's a lot of emotions about when it comes to your awakening, and not understanding things, not understanding necessarily yourself or spirit. And so and having people not understand you, like Kitty said. Unfortunately, we don't all have people surrounded by us that we can talk about these things. So deep emotions, I think, goes right along with what we're talking about. Because here you have a tribe of like-minded people that are all, in the same boat. It kind of looks like she's got water behind her, but I don't know. But we're all in the same boat. We're all there. So we can, learn from each other and teach each other. We always, whenever we have anyone on, whenever I do any interactions with anyone on here, I'm always learning as well as teaching. And I like that. That actually is, I prefer that.
We have many people here who have their own groups, and they know what we're talking about when people are starting off. So feel free to share the flyer and invite people. Now, because I have Joanne in here, of course, I had to go get Joanne's cards because I love Joanne's cards anyway. And look at, you can't make this stuff up. Loving partnership. There we go. Love partnership, which is a 963. And this really is about coming and speaking with someone and being able, we want you to feel loved here and know that you're not alone. we're all slightly weirdos here. So and then the other one that
And all
came
I
out with,
read to 9 was how we get stuck on the 99.
yes, and then looking at balance, that high heart, you know.
Mhm.
When we find balance with each other and exchange, then we're able to walk more assuredly on our path. So,
Yeah.
so
Well, I don't know about you, Kitty, but I had some weird energy today. It just feels like it's just this week. Anybody out there have this week? This week?
well, we
And then
talked about it.
trying to get on, my computer wouldn't turn on. It's fully charged. There was no reason it wouldn't come on. That's what I'm saying though. And this whole week has been energy wise. Like I either have way too much energy and it feels like I've had 8 pots of coffee, which I haven't, or I'm like the sloth that's yes, ongoing wonky energy.
Well,
Kate.
and we talked about this on Vibe, that there was an undercurrent that's happening all week that caused us to go up and down,
Oh my
and
God.
that it's just been a kind of hold your hat and watch it because you're going to be dipping in and out. There's a
Yeah.
lot of releasing that's going on. So try
Yes.
not to assign. And some of this wonky energy is about synthesis. All of these new things that are coming in, getting ready for this next speeding up phase. I liked when Amy called it, we're on a slip and slide with water over the sandpaper.
Oh,
Like we know we're
Yeah.
sliding, but we get jerked to a stop,
But
and that's
we get
exactly.
oh my gosh. And I think of maybe all of the vibe of the weeks that we've done. This one has been spot on perfect for what we said. And now I'm like going, gosh, I wish I wouldn't have said no. It happened, but it's been spot on.
Well, and the week before we were
for me.
the week before we were literally acting out the energy, and when we got on, like we couldn't finish a sentence between the two of us. And this week we said it's going to go doo, doo, doo,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and there's just this undercurrent. There is a flow. We're just kind of dipping in and out of the flow.
Yeah.
So
Well, and Kitty said that to me. I'm like, I was having one of those days. She goes, "You're just synthesizing." And I'm like, "Hey, I'm not upset about it. I'm just going with it because I know something's happening." And it's bad when your husband says, "Wow, are you like out of it today or what?"
Hey, and glitches in the matrix left and right. Just all kinds of glitches in the matrix. And look, she froze. So as I'm saying
did?
glitch,
Oh.
it froze, yeah. So, you can't, that's one reason why it's nice to have a group and different people as we cross platforms with people that we go, is it going like that for you too? Is it going like that for you too? So,
Well, I know because my husband
Jenny.
knew that I was out of it, as he put it. But, he didn't know why. He had no clue. He just goes, okay, you're just kind of out of it.
And then, we have a really good friend, Sandra Pelly, who is a great supporter of ours, has her own amazing group. She came on Tuesday night. We have a spirit communication class, and we listened to mushrooms. And as Sue Sendin, our wonderful friend, said, God, we didn't even have to eat them to feel like we had mushrooms. And she was taken way, way out there beyond, she said, where she's ever been. And lovely woman that she is, they plugged her into that flow of healing. And that's what's going, the undercurrent underneath all of that. We're dipping in and out of that emotion, but it's a flow of healing for everybody. It's releasing, it's synthesizing, it's grounding, it's shooting up into the atmosphere. It's all of those things. So, Sandra, you said it.
It is the slip and slide. It's the sandpaper. The water's coming. It's
she said it well when she said, I just was opening, and who's ever open for this healing, and that's what we all are, trying to find each other to be open for the healing. So
that was beautiful. That was so much fun. And for some of you out there that will watch this or maybe on there right now, you got to join us on Tuesday nights. It is a wild, frog and toad ride there.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, yeah.
That's frog and toad, yeah. It is a wild ride.
And just so folks understand it's not a mediumship practice. It's not a psychic practice. It's not a channeling practice. It could be all of those. It
Yeah.
also could be a card read. It could be a crystal pendulum. It's whatever people come to practice. So,
Yeah, it's
anyway,
communication, communicating with spirit. And it's great because you can get some one-on-one practice. If you're not feeling comfortable for that, come for the group practice. I'm telling you, even though you think, well, I didn't get anything that anybody else is going to get, we hear that, or somebody might say that, it always ends up tying together. It always ends somehow. There's a common thread.
right.
There's a common message that we all get bits and pieces of it. And it's
Right.
really fun. It's really fun. The mushrooms, though, that
We,
was a trip last time. I got to admit, that was a trip for me.
and just for clarification, it starts at 9 o'clock. 9 to 9:40 is one-on-one practice. At 9:40, we come back in a group. So some people join us in a group, and some people actually leave after the one-on-one practice. It's open to all of it. So we have book clubs. We have all of these things. So if you are new and you've been feeling like you want to come to stuff, come to the class, and then maybe you'll be a little brave and come to some of the other things too.
Yes.
So
And feel free to post things, if you find something cool. That's how I found the mushrooms. I was actually on something and it popped up and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the most amazing thing. So then share it, because it's that kind of, I love that kind of stuff where it's unexpected. It's magical.
I'm with Stephanie. If I had one, so what she's talking about is, if you haven't seen it, it's a little machine that they put on mushrooms or they put on trees, and it literally plays the music that how they're speaking to each other. And so I'd be right with Stephanie. Be walking around clipping to things. Ooh, listen to that. Ooh, listen to that. So it's but we're here to
that would be another level of weirdness that we already all have anyway.
Yeah,
I'm out in the backyard clipping on plants.
So stay in touch, folks. We've got like I said, we have all those things we talked about: book club Tuesday nights, vibe of the week, classes, presenters twice a month. But we also are going to be adding a fun artsy one starting. We're going to come on and promote that, where people can meet, and we're going to be doing like a common art thing that's just for fun. All of these are free.
Because play is a big theme for me this year, and it should be for everybody, because we have not had a lot of play the last couple of years. So play and fun. So and we're fun.
We're fun, and like everything we offer is free. This is a course, though, private course that we're branching off on, and all the proceeds will go to Intuition of the Soul, which allows us to do more things. So
absolutely, and keep it free. We want to keep it free.
Part of why we do want to do some of these is we want to keep it free, and not just be Kitty and Amy paying for it everything. So anyway, we just want to say namaste. Please invite your friends. If you don't think it's for you, invite your friends to come. Let them know about
come
it.
With a friend. Yeah.
I'll post the flyer, and you can send it to people and say, hey, maybe this is something you're interested in. It will be, and then they can reach out and contact us if they have more questions. So
absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
I can't wait to see what next week brings.
Oh, and make sure you're there Saturday at noon for the amazing Susan Kennard, or Kennard, however you say. She does the spiritual podcast about spiritual awakening. She's well known in England and throughout the United States. You don't want to miss her. We are very honored that she's coming to talk to us. So
absolutely, you don't want to miss that. And if for some reason you have to, watch the replay, because I think it's going to be wonderful. But we like when you come to these things, because we feel your energy. At least I can speak for myself. I can feel your energy. It just lights my heart up, and I love that. So we like when you come on these things. And then I'm sure, like we usually do, there might be a question or so that you want to ask her, depending on that. We always save time for that. But we've got a lot going on. I can't wait to see what next week is going to bring us. Although after this week, a little nervous to say that, but
no,
sneak peek, Kitty. What's a sneak peek?
Things are opening up, that flow is coming to the surface. It's not running underneath. It is opening up. We have this amazing new moon in this time of Aquarius. This is the time we're learning about the very age we're moving into, and it's humanitarian. And by the way, in the age of Aquarius, we learn in epiphanies, ahas. So there's a lot of ahas coming forward.
Popping epiphanies.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Okay. Good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. It's been great.
Aloha oi.
And we will see you. When's the next
Saturday.
thing? Saturday. No, Friday.
Oh, tomorrow,
And the
yes.
Spotlight is going to be live on Friday. We're hoping.
Yeah, yes. And normally we'll be taping member spotlights, but to introduce it, we're going to have our member live. So
Live.
better than dead. Oh, so. So, all right. Bye, everyone.
Right. Bye, everybody. I guess I have to end the broadcast, huh?
Yes, you do.